In this video, we will be demonstrating how to apply the radial gutter splint. The splint should cover the DIP joint of the second and third metacarpal and extend approximately past the mid-forearm. The wrist should be in slight extension with the MCP joints flexed at 70 to 90 degrees. The PIP and DIP joints should be flexed at 5 to 10 degrees. As you can see, we use the cotton padding to measure how long the splint should be. We will use approximately 6 to 8 layers of the padding. The padding should be longer than the fiberglass, so there will be about 1 to 2 inches of padding extending past both ends of the fiberglass. Next, we will use 6 to 8 layers of the fiberglass to create the splint. Here we use a 3-inch fiberglass. We can add a few extra layers of fiberglass where the distal end of the radial gutter splint will be. Now we will go ahead and laminate the fiberglass. We will demonstrate on this piece of padding on how to cut the opening of the distal end of the splint for the thumb. We first measure where to cut the thumb hole, fold the fiberglass, and then make one vertical incision. Next, we make 2 horizontal cuts. Then you would fold over the edges and laminate. And you see here how a thumb hole fits after it has been laminated and hardened. And remember, this is a 3-inch fiberglass splint. If you were to use a 4-inch fiberglass splint, it could extend too long and cause discomfort. So here we have, starting from the bottom, 6 to 8 layers of padding. On top of that, we have 6 to 8 layers of fiberglass. And on top of that, we have 2 layers of padding to help absorb the moisture. As you see, we already have cut the thumb hole. Remember, the heavily padded side always faces the skin. Make sure to keep the wrist slightly extended and keep the fingers in the desired position. After you complete the initial mold, go ahead and start wrapping the splint starting at the distal end. Continue to make sure there's no radial or ulnar deviation. Continue to use your palm to mold the splint and be careful not to create pressure points. Again, the wrist should be in slight extension with the MCP joints flexed at 70 to 90 degrees, the PIP and DIP joints flexed at 5 to 10 degrees. Remember this was a 3-inch fiberglass splint, so 50% of the splint should go on the dorsal surface of the arm, the other 50% should go on the volar surface of the arm. So pick the size of the splint according to the size of the arm. You can cut off the excess material seen at the proximal end of the splint. I'd like to give a special thanks to Frankie Salazar and West Coast Sports Medicine.